Hello, I'm Galactic Sweets, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Today? Well, I think the chapter title is a bit self-explanatory. Hey Ike, I heard you're leaving. Going to Begnion, eh? Hello Ronald, I was hoping I'd see you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. I'm glad to have the chance before I leave. Well, aren't you the dutiful one? Hey, that reminds me, you were born here in Gallia, right? I knew there was something odd for you. You're awfully friendly for a Bjork, you know. Oh, you might not know, but a Bjork is what... I know what it means. It's what you call us humans, right? Oh, knew that, did you? Well then, let me tell you something else. When we use the word human, we mean it much the way you Bjork do when you call us subhuman. Really? It's an insult to be called human. I'm glad you told me. I would have never guessed. I should warn you, if you run across any Lagoos who call you that, be careful, they are no friends of yours. Got it, thanks. I won't forget. But I have digressed long enough. Let me explain why I'm here. Huh? Princess Alencia, may I have a moment of your time? Yes, of course. The king asked that I give you this. Please accept it as a gift. What, may I ask? Within that leather pouch is 20,000 gold pieces. Your currency, of course. Oh, I truly appreciate this generous offer, but a gift of this magnitude is not something I can accept. King Canigus has done so much more than necessary already. The king is ashamed that he cannot, at this time, provide any personal support. Please, will you accept his apology and acknowledge his desire to aid you? But... No? Well then let's try this. Yes? You accept the king's gift, then as payment for conducting you safely to Gallia, you hand it over to Ike. Come on, Ronald, you can't expect her to accept this. It's an outrageous fee, no matter how you look at it. 20,000 gold for the life of a princess? Pretty reasonable. In fact, it almost borders on insulting. Consider how you have suffered, the lives you have lost. 10, no, 100 times this amount would not be unreasonable. I have reconsidered. I will accept the king's kindness. In turn, I will present it to my Lord Ike. You will accept it, will you not? I will. Thank you. No, my Lord Ike. It is I who must thank you. Hooray! 20,000 gold! Well, now that's settled. Let's move on. Unfortunately, we do not have any ships here in Gallia. If you are to find a ship that will take you to Begnion, you must return to occupied Crimea. If there's no other way, then we'll just have to risk it. No matter how cautiously you proceed, you're certain to run into Day and forces. Keep that in mind. I understand. It's too bad we're so short on soldiers. Still, there's not much you can do about that now. However, I will review our supplies carefully before we depart. In regard to your personnel problems, the king has decided to lend you what aid he can. Lethe, Mordecai. I will join you. Mordecai and Lethe, both of you, are you sure? None of the others could stand the idea of traveling with humans. I myself tremble with loathing at the thought of going to Begnion, but when the king gives an order, obedience is the only option. That may be, but having witnessed the combat prowess of Gallians for myself, I know how fortunate we are. We will not fail you. I have no intention of becoming friends. Do not forget that, and stay out of my way. You must forgive Lethe. Her tongue cuts as deep as her claws do. I will return once I've reported to the king. While I'm gone, please finish your preparations for departure. Very well. Ike, here's a summary of our last battle. Yes, and you can see that we've earned 20,000, how much we spent, how much combat XP we got, how much bonus EXP. We got a bunch of new units, including Lethe and Mordecai. We'll go over them in a moment. And we lost a very valuable friend last time. Still really upset about that. So yes, give me a second. Alright, just give me a second. I'm gonna cut here for a moment. Okay, sorry for that quick cut. So, embarrassingly enough, we're about to gain a bunch of units. In case Ike's foreshadowing of we don't have enough people was any indication. And so I was actually looking up units that I knew we were getting before this episode, and I completely forgot we're getting Lethe and Mordecai. They were the only units I forgot, I swear. At least I'm pretty sure, because I know I looked up everyone else. So yes, Lethe. What you see right here, her base stats, are only her base stats as an untransformed Laguz. Laguz are a new type of unit where they have this gauge that builds up as the turns go by, and then once it hits max, they transform into a beast, and that's when they can actually attack. Yeah, they can't attack otherwise. For that reason, they're kind of annoying to use, and I never personally liked using Laguz units. There will be an item we can get later that'll allow them to stay transformed permanently, and I believe Mordecai comes with the Laguz Stone, which allows them to stay in their beast form. However, use it wisely, because you can see he only has so many uses. But the big reason I also bring this up is that her stats here aren't exactly the stats you'll have when she transforms. She'll gain stats upon transforming. So it's important to note, you'll probably see on screen numbers next to them. Those are the stats when she's transformed. Hopefully I remember to edit, me in editing remembers to edit it in. So Lethe is very fast. You can even tell by her base speed untransform, and it's just going, I believe it goes up. I don't know the stat changes off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure she gains strength and speed. She will be able to double a lot of enemies. However, her strength is going to be a bit so she'll have trouble doing damage, but, you know, if you train her properly, Lethe is a solid unit. Oh, and she has a support with Ike. Why? I don't know, I never actually read it, so I'm actually hoping to use Lethe and sort of see if I can get that support. I recommend using Laguz at least for the first 2 chapters you get them, but after that, if you want to bench them, I don't blame you at all because they're kind of awkward to use. There are some Laguz you get later that are really, really good, but that's very much later in the game. Mordecai is the opposite of Lethe. He is slow, but super strong. If you give him the item that allows him to transform into a beast permanently, he will be often short of doubling enemies, which is an issue. But Mordecai is a very good physical tank when he's transformed. Note, when he's transformed and physical tank. Yeah, that resistance isn't going to cut it, especially since Laguz are weak to fire magic. So any fire spell is going to destroy Mordecai. However, he does have a very high HP stat going for him. I mean, dear god, his HP growth is above 100%. Like, I don't usually remember the growth off the top of my head, but that stood out to me when I was doing research for this. Dear god, Mordecai's HP growth. So yeah, that's Mordecai and Lethe in a nutshell. I'm gonna try and use them, because I never actually really tried to use Laguz so much, but, you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. They're going to be a bit interesting to use. You have to play around with them a bit more. You can't use them like a normal unit, because there are turns where they can attack and turns where they cannot attack. And they're great when transformed. It's just that when transformed part there's the catch there. So I'm going to be organizing items, and I will meet you guys in a second. I mean, I guess I can also explain what I'm doing. I haven't really decided what to do with some of these yet. Shoot, did I give one of the bands to, Ileana? I think I did. Yeah, so we lost, I think I gave her the soldier band, because I think that was the only one I didn't have equipped on anyone. So we lost the soldier band too. That hurts. I'm gonna go ahead and give Mist some heal staffs, if I have any even. Storage? No, I do not, so I'll have to buy one. I believe, yes, you can also buy Mint staff. And with the amount of money we get, you don't need to worry about fun so much. You get a lot of money in Path of Radiance in general, so but I definitely recommend not spending it all here. You're going to want to keep, I believe, at least 3,000? And there's a very specific reason you want to keep that much. I think it's 3,000. But what I actually want to do is I want to try something I've never actually done in this game before. And that is forging. Yeah, I've never forged a weapon in this game. Let's see, we're gonna give the short spear, because we're not gonna use it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and, The javelin's mostly good. I'll buy Oscar a new javelin. So you take that javelin. Good job, Oscar. And we'll give Mia another sword. I don't think she has the strength to wield steel swords, so we're gonna hold off on that for now, and I'll go ahead and buy Soren a Elwyn tome. Hey, I'll give him that. And sure, maybe a Thunder Tome? I don't know. Sure, I'll give him a Thunder Tome just for the sake of it. Alright, so let's try out forging. I've never really done this, so where do we go to forge? This is kind of embarrassing. I don't actually know what it... There we go. Okay, it was under shop. So, forging can essentially raise the stats. Oh, you don't forge weapons you've already... Oh, okay, so that... Okay, so that's how it works. So you can see you can sort of raise the attack or lower it. So yeah, you can see at a point, I believe its base attack is 5. You can lower the attack if you want, I guess if you really want. You can up the crit, you can up the weight, you could lower the weight. What we could do is we could up the attack as much as we can. How much would this cost? That could be useful for Mia. And so we call this, like, I don't see a reason up the hit. Well, let's try this. And then we can also name it. And so that's how you sort of know what it is. So let's call it, I'm also not used to the naming scheme of this. In fact, if you have a name, if you want to have a weapon you want to name, go ahead and suggest the name in the comments, because I'm not good with naming weapons, to be honest. But, we will call this... you know what, since Fire Emblem loves doing this, this is a really stupid name, but for those of you who are Fire Emblem fans, you might know what I'm referring to. I'm referring to 3 different weapons, because there are 3 different weapons that share the last part, Kati. So we're just going to call this, and we would give it to Mia, but, we're going to have to put it in the convoy for now. Let's try... Oh. That's awkward. You can only forge 1 time on visit per base. So, I did not know that either. So, we're learning more every day, you know. We're gonna take the Miyakati. And with that, we'll go ahead and... I want to talk about, experience. Bonus experience. I like to dump my bonus experience on Mist. That is what I personally like to do. Is it the best, most optimal thing? No. But I like it because it gets Mist up faster and allows her to become better faster. So with that, I generally like to dump my bonus experience on Mist just to get her level up. So we're going to do that, and I'll probably cut ahead to when I dump all my bonus experience on Mist. If you're doing, like, optimized playthroughs, I don't recommend this at all. I will straight up say that this is not a optimized thing to do, or a super smart thing to do, but it's just what I like doing, because my logic is that I'll allow Mist to actually get up. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back out really quick, and I'm going to give her the Night Band. Because that way, she should have increased growth in strength and defense. So yeah, manage, and hopefully that can get her strength higher, because I would love for her strength to be higher. That would be just great. So come on. And I will fast forward and meet with you. Of course, as soon as I say that, only our magic res goes up. But yes, I will meet you once I'm done dumping EXP on her. Okay, so I dumped most of it on the Mist. You can see she's level 16 now, so what, I think I fed her 14 levels. Her strength and defense didn't go up as much as I wanted them to, but oh well. So I'm gonna dump the rest on Marsha so she can catch up to the rest of the team a little. Hopefully she'll gain good stat ups, or stat increases, and that'll be the rest of the base EXP. And hey, she got strength, that's good, she needs strength. What weapons does she have at the moment? She has a slim lance and a javelin, so I want to give her the, I want to go ahead and give her, the new iron lance I gave Oscar. Or no, I didn't give her, I gave Oscar a javelin. I want to give her an iron lance. I'm spending a lot of money, but this will probably be the last thing I buy. So with that, we'll go ahead and view, support conversations, and we'll call it there. And let's see, I can support with Titania. Mystic can support with Rolf. I don't really plan on using Rolf, so honestly the supports aren't that good. So I'm gonna go ahead, save, show the support, and then reload my save, because I don't really plan on using Rolf, so I don't really see the point in having Ike and or Mist and Rolf support. But I'll go and show Ike and Titania support first. Hey Ike, training? Yeah, you too, huh? Hey, do you want to spar? I learn a lot when we team up. Ike, I'll have you know that Duke pair-up isn't a thing yet in this game. Really? I'm glad to hear that. I thought you no longer needed my lessons. What are you talking about? You're the one who puts the finishing touches on what swordsmanship I inherited from my father. I'm honored to hear you say so. I mean it. But the talent you inherited from your father is one of a kind. I want you to cherish it. Huh? Hey, Titania, when did you meet my father? You used to be a Crimean knight, right? That's right. But it's a long story, and we need to train. Get ready. Focus. Excuse me, I had to burp there for a second. Fine. Yes, of course, they have to tease us. They can't exactly just give us the support. Rolf, oh, there you are. Mist, were you looking for me? Yes, I've been meaning to talk to you. We haven't had a chance to talk since that day we fought for the first time. You mean like a day ago? I'm glad you're safe. Somehow we're both still alive. Yes, we've been so lucky. My heart was pounding and my hands were shaking so badly that I almost shot it. Okay, so this is kinda awkward, but this game is normally really good about changing dialogue based on what happens to what characters. This was an oversight. So he was shaking so bad, he almost shot an arrow. It curved so far that it almost went into Boyd's grave. Good job, Rolf. Expert marksmanship right there. Good thing you didn't, or he would have given you a smacking. Seriously, his corpse would have raised from the dead. Okay, that's taking it a bit too far. I was so scared. I heard yelling, screaming, and the most awful howls of agony. I felt dizzy and sick. I wasn't scared at all. Maybe I was a little nervous, but by the end I was almost hitting my targets. You weren't even a little scared? No way, I can't wait for the next battle. I'll fight better next time, you'll see. I'll feather a horde of slobbering enemies. See you later, Mist, I gotta go practice. Oh, Rolf. You can see he's taking after a certain jerkish sniper that used to be part of our team. I'll feather them all. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and reload the save really quick. Alright, and we are back. So let's go ahead and view our info stuff. Soldier. You there, Bjork, what do you think you're doing? I was trying to get back to my room, but I've lost my way. Can you tell me which way I need to go? It's this way. Follow me. Hey, not so close. Walk behind me. What? Pardon me. The king has ordered us to treat Bjork with kindness, but it will take some time. It is difficult to fight that instinct. Perhaps some memory of the slavery our forefathers suffered at Bjork hands flows in our blood. I understand. I'll keep my distance. Very well. Let's go. Alright. You just get to see a little interaction. Get to know a little more about the world, why the Lagoos seem to hate Bjork so much. Really nice. I really love the world building. in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and its sequel, Radiant Dawn. It's something I really appreciated, and something I wish newer Fire Emblem games, Fates, had a bit more of. And so we put this guy right here, and this dealy bobber goes there, and we're finished. Hacking, huh? Want some help? Do I want some? You're a hoot, handsome. I'm already done. You're more skillful at this than I would have imagined. Or is it that Mist is woefully inept? The Begnia and Pegasus Knights were always moving around, so I learned to pack quickly. They used to train us on it all the time. Go here, pack this, fun stuff. Is that so? I can see you have a strong sense of duty. Quitting the Begnia and Pegasus Knights to join us must seem... What are you saying? I'm a burden now? No, I'm very grateful you're here. As I told you before, we're short on personnel. Oh, good then, and I'm happy to be here. Say Ike, you don't need to worry about me quitting the Begnion service. My decision wasn't based solely on my desire to repay you. You had other reasons. Yes, I'm also searching for my missing brother. He may be a dolt and a scoundrel, but he's all the family I have in this world. Remember when you found me, when we were fighting the pirates? Well, I was trying to track him down. But every time I go looking for him, I end up in some dangerous situation with ugly boat monkeys trying to kill me. So that's why you decided to join us, is that? I can understand that. So, are you sorry you asked? Not at all. The important thing is that finding your brother as quickly as possible, right? That's the plan. We get to learn a little more about Marcia and why she joined us, and maybe a little foreshadowing to who we're going to meet in the future. So let's see what Lethe is up to. You seem depressed. Look at who I'm trapped with. Of course I'm depressed. And keep your worthless observations to yourself. All of you are so slow. I can't believe you're still not ready. Sorry about that. If we were like you and didn't need to carry anything, it would be easier, but we have weapons and things to get ready. Weapons of steel are a human weakness. Without them, you cannot fight properly. But Lethe, you're carrying a dagger, aren't you? In the scabbard on your leg. This is not for fighting. Then what's it for? I use it to remove small bones from meat. I also use it to occasionally fight in the sequel because the programmers decided to actually let us counterattack when we're not transforming our beasts in hope of buffing us. What? I didn't add anything extra there, I'm just reading what's on screen. It can also cut fruit into bite-sized pieces. It has proven quite useful. What? If you got something to say, spit it out. You despise Bjork, but you don't mind Bjork-crafted tools. If something's good, it's good. Denying something's obvious worth out of petty spite is foolish. It's not that I do not despise everything Bjork. If every Bjork could get along with us as well as you do, I'm certain. Leave? This is a ridiculous conversation. I'm leaving now. Again, I love the world building in this game so much. So with that, I think we're ready to just leave. And we get our little map entrance. After his father's death places the mantle of leadership on his young shoulders, Ike agrees to continue as Alencia's escort. Yeah, you can see Begnion's kind of massive. The company heads now for Begnion Empire, the oldest and largest nation on the continent of Tellius. And largest is seriously a bit of an understatement, as Crimea is a former fiefdom of Begnion. The princess turns to them for succor. I don't know. I don't know how to actually say that word. I'm sorry if I just sounded really stupid saying that. Much as a sacred child returns. Or a scared, not sacred child. Much as a scared child returns to a parent. Many in Tellius believe without Begnion's might and influence, Crimea's reconstruction will be nigh impossible. However, Begnion and Gallia have no diplomatic ties, and are further separated by an impassable mountain range. So the company is forced to return to Crimea, where they hope to locate a ship to carry them to Begnion. And you're probably wondering why they can't just cut to the south. There's a good reason for that, and we'll see later. But that is the path we are planning on taking. accompanied by Ronald, the warrior who volunteered to guide them. The company leaves Castle Gallia behind. With hefty hearts and wounded spirits, they begin their long march back to Crimea. Hey Ike, hold up a moment. You know, I was thinking, since this castle's on the way, we should probably stop by. Really? Why? Is there something special about this place? Why, yes. This is Oh god. This is Contius Castle. Dayan seized it early on in the war, and now it serves as a prison camp for prisoners. Great redundancy. As a camp for prisoners. I've even heard there are a number of Crimean retainers being held captive in a dungeon beneath the castle. What? Are you certain? Princess, I'm hurt. Of course my information is reliable. If we can rescue some Crimean soldiers, they might decide to join us. That would be quite a boon, would it not? Yes, it would. I think it's worth the risk. And here we are in Contius Castle. We could see there are some interesting people holed up in here. And yay, we get to see Ronald on the overworld. The question now is, how do you open these cells and free the prisoners? The cells are certain to be locked, so in order to open them, logic would dictate that the keys would be in possession of the jailer. We have no choice but to steal them. If we're lucky, the guards will have keys as well. In either case, we must move with caution. We don't want to trade blows with the entire castle garrison. That's what you think, Soren! Which means we stay close to the walls and avoid being seen or heard, right? Alright then, our first priority is to get our hands on the cell keys. Hey, you there. I have business with Sir Grail. Where is he? You're sorely lacking in social etiquette, aren't you? State your business. I'll speak with Sir Grail and Sir Grail alone. Now take me to him. What you ask is impossible. Commander Grail is dead. Well, that is a problem. Just who are you anyway? Call me Volke. Sir Grail hired me. I'm in intelligence. My father hired you. You are Sir Grail's son, correct? You'll do. Sir Grail hired me to investigate something. You pay my price, and I'll give you my report. Deal? How much? 50,000. That's a bit steep. And worth every penny. I don't have that much. Give me some time. So, you're willing to pay? My father hired you. He must have had a good reason. Are you sure, Commander? We have no way of knowing if he's telling the truth. We'll know when we see the contents of that report. Until then, let's have him travel with us. So that's your plan, eh? Listen, you get the report when I get paid, and I'm not waiting around until then. I'll keep my information for the time being. Call me when you've got the gold. Stop in any tavern along your way. Tell the barkeeper you're in need of a fireman. You'll see me within an hour. Hold a moment. Intelligence, you said? You said you were in intelligence, right? Is information the only thing you sell? Come out with it. What are you asking? Locks. Can you open locks? Sure, 50 gold per lock. You're going to have him open the cell doors. Is that wise? We've only just met him. There's no telling if we can trust him. So we can choose to talk to other people, or we can choose to just hire him. So why don't we seek advice? What do the two of you think? Under the circumstance, I think that trusting a man about whom we know nothing is dangerous. I am opposed to this. If we want to get those cells open, I think the risk is going to be inevitable. If we don't have to steal keys, we can reduce that risk and improve our chances of rescuing the prisoners. It's worth a shot. I say we hire him. Well, will you help us break into these cells? As long as I get paid, I have no complaint. Titania, objections? I told you before, didn't I? You're the commander. If you decide on the course of action, I will but follow. Righto, I'm off. Good luck and all that. Wait, you're not going to help us here? Much as I would like to, I have a job to do. I will rejoin you when I'm finished. I see. Well, good luck to you then. Yes, and to you as well. Alright, and we're starting now. I decided to deploy Lethe and Mordecai, and we can see that Lethe is just ready immediately. However, Mordecai is at 0. So, the idea of this chapter is that you sort of play it stealthily. Yeah, I've never been good at playing stealthily in a Fire Emblem game. So, screw that, we're just going to go in guns blazing. Of course, Soren says, we should avoid bringing trouble and having them all attack us. I'm like, screw that, we're killing them. So yes, you get to see Lethe fight here, and like I said, I'm going to make an effort to try and use Lagoon's units. Just for the sake of trying. Enemy soldiers! He didn't go, beast! Yes, and with that, reinforcements will arrive. Commander Donomil, the castle defense have been breached. What are your orders, sir? What fortunate timing. We were starting to run low on prisoners. Do try to capture them alive. I won't have you robbing me of my fun. As you command, sir. So yes, we can see we have a lot of people show up, but that is okay because we want the experience. If you somehow manage to get through this chapter with not... Oh, we've been spotted. There's nothing left to do but fight. If you somehow manage to get spotted, or get through this without getting spotted, you will manage to escape with, like, a bunch of bonus EXP. So yes, your goal is to get Ike to escape through here. Extra units escape through here, I believe, will give you extra bonus EXP. But let's talk about our new unit. Volke. Volke is very interesting. You probably see his strength and speed growth and immediately think, wow, that is absolutely amazing. Volke is probably a really good unit. Not so, I'm afraid. Knives are super weak. And it's the only weapon he can use. It's the main thing that holds him back. You can see that he doesn't even have a weapon level. He can just use knives. But he can also steal stuff. He will generally be ignored by enemies. He has a very good utility. He's good for the fact that he picks locks. Of course, he does charge you 50 gold for every lock he picks. So use him wisely if you're conservative about funds. But gold isn't too much of an issue in this game. You get a lot of it. So you can also be a bit, you can use them a lot if you want to. What makes Volke stand out compared to any other thief you can get is that he can promote. Yeah. We will be getting one thief later who will do the job for free, unlike Volke. But Volke can promote and will have much better utility and be able to defend himself in combat. Even though his weapons are still really bad, that strength and speed growth are nothing to laugh at. He won't be a frontline unit taking out people left and right, but he can certainly defend himself. So that's Volke for you. Let's even show him in combat. Wow, you can't even double them, just as I was talking about. But I believe it is possible to steal stuff from people. I don't know what you need specifically to steal them. I think your speed needs to be a bit above theirs in order to steal. Does your speed just need to be like one above? It looks like it. I don't know the exact details. So let's see, what should we do here? I forgot enemies actually came over here. But I can one-round this guy with the Regal Sword, so we'll have him do that. And yeah, we'll keep animations off for the first turn or two. Get a chance to show the Lagoon's animations. And unnecessary crits, that also works. Good job, Ike. Alright. And with that, we'll also have Mia come up here. What does the Miyakati do? Oh geez, yeah, 9 twice versus the Iron Sword which does 4 twice. Significantly more attack, but Mia cannot take a hit. Jeez. Let's have Marsh. Oh, there's a bowman here. That is dangerous for Marsha. So let's see if we can go ahead and take him out. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take out this bowman with Oscar. Oscar would be better suited to take out the sword wielding unit since he has a weapon triangle advantage, but Oscar also has mobility. I chose not to deploy Titania this time just because I want to train other units. So that's how that's going. Can you wind? Elwind? You can do 12 damage, and we get to see the Elwind animation. That's cool, right? Go, Soren! Kind of over the top. Wish Soren could actually double this. If only we had a mage with more strength and more powerful magic, huh? First Boyd, and then, I had a mind blank for a second. Ilyana. Jeez. So we can see he'll do 12 damage, so why don't we just have him fight, see how it goes. We can see, I love his fighting animation. She's like, I'm gonna cut ya. It looks very fast and neat. Yeah, you're not gonna see this often again because Volke isn't much of a fighting unit. He's more of just a sit back and do stuff. Miyakari. It does not work. I mean, it will work. It works well. I want to save it for later uses. And I forgot to give the iron. Thank you for the crit. That was actually pretty cool, and you still didn't kill. I forgot to give the Night Band back to Mia, so we're going to do that right now. And sure, with that, we'll heal, get some experience for Mist. And we'll have Marcia swoop in and take out, this guy. You don't have to worry about, the guards going to kill the prisoners. I don't think they'll bother with the prisoners. At least I'm pretty sure. They do if you once you open the cell. So long as they stay in the cell. Once they're open in the cell, they are prone to being attacked. Let's take a quick look at the prisoners. See what we have here. We got Sephiron with that magic stat, that skill stat, that res stat. I don't think you need to worry about him being hurt anytime soon. And he has Lumina, which allows him to do light magic. I believe that's just an innate skill of Bishop's. And he has Mantle, which greatly decreases its damage. So yeah, you don't need to worry about this guy. He can be attacked all he wants. We have some other interesting units here. Braum, Kieran, and Nefini, a fan favorite. We'll be getting into her when she's actually playable. We'll have Mordecai. Since we're going to be swarmed, I'm going to go ahead and use a Lagoo Stone this time. I just said earlier, be more careful about how you use this. You only have so many uses. Yeah, and then I just go ahead and use a use right there. Who's this guy attacking? He's attacking Soren. I forgot I left Soren open. That's because I had Marcia fly back. But that is okay. Lethe has a door key, so I'll go ahead and have her reach the door. Lagoos in general, I believe, at most are good for like 5 turns before they need to recharge. Though I believe the Lagoo Stone will allow them to stay. Oh, we get a little extra dialogue. And he has nothing to say. Tell me something, will you? What's going to happen to us? Those Dayan soldiers took my friends away and they didn't ever come back. What'd they do to them? Oh, something bad, I just knew it. Quiet, fool! Keep your cowardly mutterings to yourself. It matters not what vile torture they devise. A true knight of Crimea is bold, steadfast, and strong. I care not if they pull out my nails with tongs or insert pins into the soft flesh of my underbelly or yank. Stop it! I can't bear torture. I'm not a professional soldier, I'm just part of the militia. I can't believe I left my family behind for this. Will I ever see them again? No, I want to go home. Curses. If only I had a weapon of some sort. Help will come. I will not give up. And with that, this episode is starting to get a bit on the long side. So next time, we're going to break out these prisoners. Sorry for the bit of lack of gameplay, but that's kind of how these games go sometimes. How many door key have? It has 2. Alright, so we can open 2 doors. So with that, yep. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Twitter is in the link in the description below, so that's the best way to stay up to date on new videos. Share this video with a friend if you liked it, because that is the best way to help the channel grow. Seriously, word of mouth is amazing for helping channels grow. And thank you so much, and until next time. And Ike will face this way, because I want you facing the viewers. I was hoping I could zoom in a little more, like, look at Ike! Look at him! I don't know, you can still look at him. Look at him! Oscar, get out of the way! Look at him!